My ear had heard about you, but now my eye has seen you. A promise in the dust. Suffering can sharpen our vision of God. In the last chapter of the book of Job, after unimaginable losses, Job makes a confession that pivots his whole story. My ear had heard about you, but now my eye has seen you. Knowledge becomes an encounter. This isn't just the end of a trial, it's the start of a new kind of seeing. The promise touches our lives. The darkest nights don't put out faith, they deepen it. Hard times become a tool for clarity, burning away impurities to leave a more real and strong faith. 3 ideas: our limits shown, the humble trust, and God Himself being revealed instead of just an explanation. Suffering shows our weakness and breaks the idea that we're in control. Like Job, wealth, health, children, everything falls apart. We learn that we're not in charge. Our strength is fleeting, our knowledge incomplete, our control just an illusion. Effort, planning, positive thinking. Suffering goes against them and shows our limits. Job's friends try to use a simple rule: hidden sin equals suffering, but it doesn't hold up. When our power and wisdom fail, we approach God not as a resource, but as the source. I spoke without understanding. Job's admission isn't a failure, but a breakthrough to a stronger foundation. The trial shows our weakness so we can discover His strength. When our limits are shown, the natural path leads to humility, not putting ourselves down. Job asks for a meeting, an explanation, a reason to bear the suffering. When God speaks, He asks questions about creation, not for reasons. I put my hand over my mouth. That's the sound of giving up control. True faith keeps going even without an explanation. Trusting a person, not just a plan. Humble trust opens us up to a more real and strong relationship with God. I repent in dust and ashes, not for a hidden sin, but for proud assumptions. Job doesn't get all the answers. He gets something better, God Himself. God doesn't give a lecture on evil. He shows Himself from the storm. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Do you know the laws of the heavens? Not an argument, but a refocusing. God is great, man is small, yet spoken to personally. The complex natural world shows a supreme wisdom that goes beyond Job. An explanation would have pleased the mind, but not healed the soul. Seeing doesn't erase the pain, but puts it in the vastness of a God worthy of trust. God rules over all creation and enters one man's storm, power, and closeness. The answer to suffering isn't a formula, but a face. After humility, the story turns to a surprising restoration. God approves of Job's honesty and makes him an intercessor for his friends. The Lord restores his wealth, double portion, public honor. Sheep, camels, oxen, donkeys, a visible and real grace. 7 sons, 3 daughters, Jemimah, Keziah, Keren Hapuk, a sign of a new beginning. Job sees 4 generations, a peaceful end. But this isn't a give-and-take deal. The restoration shows that suffering doesn't have the final say. God redeems and brings back to life. A taste of the promise. All things will be made new. Job isn't just an old story. It offers guidance for our tough times. First lesson: suffering isn't always punishment for a specific sin. Second lesson: God prefers raw honesty over polite sayings. Faith isn't the absence of doubt, but refusing to let doubt have the last word. Third lesson: God's presence is worth more than an answer to why. The question becomes, God, where are you in this? And we hold on to the guide. The ultimate answer isn't information, but God with us, God in the storm. We walk with peace, not because everything is explained, but because He is present. Now my eye has seen you, a faith that has been through fire made pure. Live humbly, know our limits, depend on His strength every day. Go from asking to meeting. I don't understand, but I trust you. Show me who you are. Read the Bible to hear his voice and remember his faithful character. Offer presence instead of empty words. Become wounded healers. Leave behind a faith that's a transaction. Confess God as sovereign, wise, and good even in brokenness. Sharpened vision gives us courage, hope, and a deep peace without all the answers. We have heard, and by grace we begin to see. My ear, but now my eye has seen you. May this promise be with you in the valley and beyond.